everyone, today is going to be an update on my products I've hit pan on, and so I do these every single season, so I will go ahead and link my entire playlist down below so you can see what products I've hit pan on, and I tried to use as much of them as I could today, and so let's just go ahead and get into it. So there's not very many new items here. I think, as far as I know, there's actually only one new item, which isn't, oh no, there's two, I'm sorry. So there are two new items that were not in the previous one. So I'll go ahead and talk about those first. So first is in my Beauty and the Beast Tale as Old as Time palette. In case you do not know, I am actually panning this palette. So I'll link that playlist, or my most recent update of the pan that palette. I've also done a full review of this down below. So I'm actually, because I've reviewed a lot of this, I'm just going to link my Project Pan playlist and my product review playlist down below. Just so, you know, there's as much there as possible. And so previously I had already hit pan on the shade Beast Mode, but now I've also hit pan on the shade Enchanting. So I have two pans in this eyeshadow palette. Again, this is my pan that palette for the year, hoping to have a lot more by my next update. The other new thing is from my Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass palette. I just hit pan on the shade Hatter in my 17 by St. Pat. So you can see that there's a little bit of pan deep down in there. And I didn't mention, but the Enchanting and Beast Mode are what's on my lids today. But there we go. So I have more pan in this eyeshadow palette. So since I'm already doing eyeshadow palettes, I'll go ahead and keep going. I already had pan in this one. Oh, wait. This is new pan as well. I'm sorry, I forgot. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Maya Mia palette. And I have now hit pan in the shade Deep Brown. So that's really exciting. There's a little bitty bit of pan in there. So now these other eyeshadows I had already hit pan in before. Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. So I have two other new things. And then this is really it. Yeah. So these last two are kind of like cheaters, but it's what happened. This is the Vera Mona eyeshadow in Clover, and this broke. So I have a lot of pan. I still have a little bit around the corners that I want to actually use up, but it broke. So there we go. I'm just kind of got a little bitty bit left. And the same thing happened actually with this OFRA Cosmetics Rodeo Drive Highlighter. I still have some I can use. That's actually the highlighter I have on today. So there's still some that I can use up, but that's a heck of a lot of pan. So 5 new pans this season, which is really good. And now I'll update you on all the others. Like I said, I don't think there's anything here. There was nothing in the last one that I've actually used up, unfortunately, which is kind of the goal, but that's okay. So first we have my Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, and I have pan in the shade Gold Leaf. Just a little bit of pan. A lot of these I haven't been using that much, which is why you haven't seen that much progress. But, like I said, today I have on as many of these items as I can. Then I have the shade Flame, which I have grown that pan a lot, but again, it's still there. Then I have this shade Skulls from the Kat Von D Me Vida Loca. I forgot about that. I should have used that as my inner corner highlight, but I didn't. I used something in the Beauty and the Beast palette. Okay, so you can't really see because it's white, but you see that pan right at the top. So I've got a little bit of pan in that eyeshadow palette as well. Then I've got a couple of concealers with pan, actually. I have pan in this green Physicians Formula concealer. This is Concealer 101 in green. I have a lot of pan in that guy. I have pan, where is my Benefit one? Oh, here it is. Pan in my Benefit Boing concealer, and I'm really close to finishing that guy up. So again, that's pretty close to being done. And I have pan, and this is the Measurable Difference Concealer Collection palette, and I have pan in the shade Ivory, which I used Ivory on my under eyes and Bisque on my face today. And Boing on my face today. So, and I used the green on my red spot. So I used all 3 of those today. Then I'll go to foundation, I guess. So for foundation, I have one. This is my only, well, not my only, but this is one of my only compact foundations. And you can see I have a lot of pan in there. And that's the L'Oreal Visible Lift foundation in the shade 121 Light Ivory. Then let's go on to powder. I have 2 powders. First is the Revlon DNA Age Advantage. I have grown this, and this is the powder I have on today. So that pan's grown some. And I also have a lot of pan. This one, if nothing else, this one should definitely be gone by my next update. You know, so yesterday was the first day of spring. So whenever the first day of summer is when I'll do this next update. This is the OFRA Cosmetics Banana Highlighting Powder. That one should definitely be gone, which would be exciting. One less thing in my collection. Then let's keep going. Oh, I've got a couple more eyeshadows, so I'll talk about those. I've got 2 Maybelline color tattoos, one in bold gold and one in inked in pink, and you can see those little ones. Those little, like, pans. Kanga, stop. They're working on my house, on my apartment, so if y'all can hear that, I'm sorry. But this is, the inked in pink is what I have on under my eyeshadow today, but I've got pan in both of those. The bold gold has less in it, so you can see that's how much is in bold gold. And then inked in pink still has kind of a lot, but I'm working on it. So there we go. 2 pans. Then I've got 2 single eyeshadows that I have pan in as well. The first is the Sephora Colorful Eyeshadow in Curacao Punch. And this, I have grown that pan, and I have hit side pan, and I've grown it some, but I still haven't completely used that guy up. But that's what's in my crease today. And then I have the ColourPop Slave to Pink Super Shock Shadow. And you can see I've got a little bit of pan right in the center of that. Then we'll go to cheek products. I've got 3 cheek products with pan. One is kind of similar to the OFRA and the Clover. It's broken. This is the MAC Nutcracker Sweet Collection, and this is Tutu, and you can see it's all broken. And the blush actually falls out too. So I have pan, but that's only because it's broken. But I did have pan on that last time. Then I have this Super Shock Cheek in the shade Hippo. And you can see we've got some pan in there. This is by ColourPop as well. Then we have this is like one of the oldest pans in my collection. This is the e.l.f. Blush and Bronzer, Contouring Blush and Bronzer in St. Lucia. So I finished up the blush, and then I've got a little bit of pan on that. That is what I have on today. It's kind of muddy. I don't love it, if we're being honest. But I want to finish that guy up. So, and then the last thing is lip products. I only have pan on this. I've actually used up one of these. And I have a lot of pan on the other 3. As you can tell, I have this color on today. This is the Too Faced Bonjour Beautiful Creamy Gloss Collection. It was limited edition. But like I said, pan. I used this today, but I have pan on all 3 of those. So that's what I have pan on in my collection for spring of 2018. I have a lot of pan. As I say, always, you know, the goal is to, you know, always have something new to add to this. So like for summer of 2017, I hope that I have a lot more items that I have hit pan on, especially in, say, like this palette. But then I also hope that some of these items have been used up, such as, you know, this OFRA powder. Or I would like to even, if I could, finish up, like, this eyeshadow and this, like, these little broken things. I'd love to be able to finish that up as well. But we'll just see what happens. So, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please leave any questions, requests, suggestions, comments down below. Talking to y'all is honestly one of my favorite things, so I'd love to hear from you. And with that, I'll just see y'all real soon. Bye.